Hello and welcome to the Fanime Podcast. I'm Evan.
I'm Shrivet.
I'm Tenchi Hanka.
I'm Kiara.
I'm Marinia.
And I'm Kisaka Toriyama.
So this is probably the first time since a really long time ago that we have everyone here. Full 6 people person podcast. I don't know. But anyway, not quite as many episodes this time as last time.
Yeah. Still a
Some
lot,
good
though.
Yeah, still quite a few on the previous week.
42.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to New Year's and stuff. And yeah, this isn't like being reset or anything. So, starting with Shrivet, what is your favorite episode from the last 2 weeks?
Okay, I have a 3-way tie between Panty's Warfront, Ghost Club, and Demon School.
You can't have a 3-way tie.
Yes, I can!
One of them has to be your favorite.
No! I can't decide. Okay, well, maybe a 2-way tie between Ghost Club and Demon School. Or maybe just Ghost Club, okay?
You know what?
If you really
Shanna?
want... Huh.
You know what, Shana? I know what your favorite one was. It was the Food Fighto Fanime.
Oh, of course. Yes.
That was everyone's favorite, but we wanted to give
Yeah,
everyone's a
that was
chance.
No,
my
I'm
favorite.
gonna choose the one that had the funniest poo joke, which was
I
Ghost.
choose you.
Okay then, Tenchi, how about you?
Well, I don't have a choice. It's Food Fighto. Clearly.
I see. The choice was made for you.
Yeah.
Very well, Kiara.
I don't know. Didn't I say that in last podcast what my favorite episode was, or I'm not sure. Didn't I say Purple Twin Towers? I'm not sure. If not, then I
For
say
the last 2 weeks though, like Purple Twin Towers hasn't released anything.
Yeah,
It's had that update, but that's not really a new episode.
right.
Oh, okay.
Good answer. Arenia?
Thanks.
I liked Ghost Club also. It's very cute.
I see. That brings us to Kisaka.
Gosh dang it. I don't know. I really liked Ghost Club too. I mean, I liked Panty's Warfront a lot too. Episode 2 was pretty good, but and I don't know, the Delapot Christmas special was good too. I thought it was funny. But I don't know. Out of all of them, my favorite was definitely Ghost Club.
And you have to answer the question, Evan.
Yeah, let's see, last time I actually had an answer, but this time I really don't.
What are you talking about? The last time you had an answer? Almost every time you ask a question, you never have an answer.
Yeah, but last time I had one, I was like, yes, this is definitely my favorite. And this time it's like, I really don't know what I would say my favorite is. So I'm going to go with the Melting Pot episode 0.5 because it had a thing that looked like an eggplant in it.
Good reason.
And that's all I remember.
Nice.
Perfect.
So I guess we can go ahead and discuss the episodes in more detail now. Starting from the top of the list with Welcome to the Panty's Warfront episode 2.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's all about soil.
Soul's voice makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought I liked that it was like realistic. Like he was upset.
Yeah, that was good.
I liked that he was actually upset about it. I was just like, yeah, like what the heck? Like why would you want that? It, like I have no say in it. Like I liked that a lot about it.
I liked that it was realistic. That is not what I expected to hear. Because, see,
Yeah, it is.
the thing I remember is that the school went into lockdown and they started having a contest to see who could take off the most panties.
Which was weird. Definitely
Yeah.
weird.
Which, yeah, I did not think that was what the show was going to be about, but I really didn't know what the show was going to be about, so...
Right.
Don't
I
know
was
how
just like,
realistic that is.
It's true. I mean, I was just like, what are they gonna do? Are they just gonna like kill each other? Like, not literally, but like, are they just gonna beat each other up? But I'm like, oh, remove the. All right. This took an interesting turn.
Yeah, I wore my cute panties today. Draws a knife. Oh, shit.
Just starting to wonder about Soil's name. Is it like soiling panties or something?
Oh my god,
Gross.
I had the feeling. I'm sorry, I just had to say it.
Oh no.
why?
Well, that took a turn. Friendship Power episode 1, ? Which apparently was a re-upload from like 3 years ago or something.
Oh.
I forget
Any
what that
thoughts?
is.
Let me see. Oh, I liked the opening. That's on.
The opening
that's all I'm
was
gonna say.
good. The episode was confusing. I don't really know what happened.
I didn't finish it.
I feel like this one was a trap. Like, it was just set there to like hit you, like stab your foot, like as you get into the episode.
As traps do.
It's like this shiny thing, and you're like, oh, cool. And you get closer, and then it's just like, bam.
Stabs your foot. All
It's
right.
like a bear trap.
Kenzo hates her life, OVA.
I love this. I laughed a lot.
I related a lot to it.
I laughed at the when he was like, why don't you go out with me or whatever, when his like mouth was like, I don't know,
Off his
like,
face.
yeah, that was funny.
People lighting on fire. It's good.
I just like what Genko had to say. Like, everything she said was golden.
She didn't say very much.
But still, everything she said. It was good. I liked it.
Kind of reminds me of Gino, but anyways.
Kind of wonder if there will be another one.
Well, she did say it was an OVA, and then unlike Kara Fluffs, she was going to stick to it and just be an OVA, but I don't know. I would...
Yeah, Carrot Fuffs was also supposed to be an OVA, and now it's going to have like a 3rd episode soon, so...
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so... Jinko Chino Rumble, also known as Artificial Intelligence Rumble, like, what, I think This Is Not a Magical Girl Show or something like that was a subtitle.
I liked it.
Yeah, I really liked the art.
I liked
Yeah.
how, how do you say, like, how aware of itself it was. I don't know, it just did what it set out to do very well, in my opinion.
I liked the voice of, like, the little cell phone thing. I liked the way that, I don't know, I just liked the way, like, the voice sounded. I was just like, oh! Look at that effort put into that.
I
That's
would have
good.
liked it more if it was a flip phone and not just like a not flip phone. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, by all means, fight all the smartphones and stuff, but please do it with a flip phone next time.
Maybe
with
that's why I was like thrown on the ground though. Like, this
It
isn't a
would've been
flip
even-
phone.
It would have been even better if it was a Nokia or whatever.
No. It is like basically a Nokia. It needs to be a flip phone. Like flip phones are what the cool kids use, and if you don't use one, you're not cool. So I can't hang out with you.
Obviously.
That's why I was dumped in the ground though. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody would dump like a flip phone on the ground. Right?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So, Our Life in the Sphinx, episode 1.
Best thing ever.
Yeah, it was pretty freaking awesome.
That was pretty good. I enjoyed. My favorite Sphinx outcome by far.
There weren't actually very many Sphinx outcomes.
There were like 3, right?
Something like that. For those who don't know, on New Year's Eve, in the Fanime Skype group, we did a 24-hour call.
Are you talking to me?
Sure. And yeah, basically starting off like right before Australia went into the new year and going until everyone was in the new year, or just about everyone. But during that, I made the challenge for 2 people to be the last show to release in 2014, or also the first show to release in 2015. And somehow the Chinese Sphinx got brought into the equation, and so every show was going to somehow involve the Chinese Sphinx. And there were like, at the most, there were like 19 people in that call, and most of them agreed to try and create an episode by the end of the day, and only like a few of them really did. But I think Our Life in the Sphinx was definitely my favorite one.
Yes.
It's so
Why can't you
funny.
just accept it?
It's been dead for 3 days.
That doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. It's my favorite line.
Glad I got to know you. X's for eyes.
I'm just waiting for episode 2.
Yes.
Yeah, Corey, when's that coming out?
When is episode 2 coming out? Please.
Come on, Corey.
Yeah, probably.
Step on it.
Can't keep the people waiting. Melancholy episode 1. Did people watch that?
It was
Yeah,
pretty.
Yes.
It was cute art. Very cute.
Mm-hmm.
The link for the English didn't work.
Yeah, it
so
didn't
I
work, but
It was all in the same video.
yeah, it was like in the
Yeah.
middle of the video, just halfway
found that
through.
out too late.
Yeah.
Not one.
It was a
Yeah.
little confusing. Like, if they had an annotation where you could click to skip, because the first time I saw it, I'm like, there's no subtitles here. Like,
The
you lied to
annotation's still
me.
not there. Like,
Yeah, it's like they've got a place for the annotations to be, and they just aren't there. But it was interesting. I'm curious about what it's gonna be about because I really don't know yet.
Yeah,
Like,
not too much about it was
not
really
much really
presented.
happened.
Yeah, not much happened. But I did love the art.
Something cuisine school.
yeah, they're like in a culinary school or
There's
something.
a robot. And
Oh yeah.
There
welcome to the welcome ceremony. But yeah, it looked very nice, and yeah, I would like to see more of it. Senpai saxophone.
I did not watch that.
I didn't watch it either.
wondering if it counts. I guess it does.
I guess.
It's a thing.
Yeah, they
It's a
seem to
thing.
really want it to count. So.
Are there words to say about senpai saxophone?
No.
Episodes 1 and 2.
I don't know. But it just
Didn't
don't play.
Vriska make that?
No,
No,
that was
it's
Peggy.
yeah. Peggy.
Oh, okay.
And then Matt is like the voice to the senpai saxophone.
Don't know why I thought of Vriska.
I don't know.
Yep. So, Moon Goddess Sakura-chan, Sparkle Knuckle Power, episodes 1 and 2. Did anyone else watch those?
I've seen it. It was like racist, and then it's like
What?
Speciest.
Speciest. That's right.
Racist, speciest,
Speciest.
racist, speciest, racist, speciest. That's not even a word. The end.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's all you need to know.
Riveting.
Melting Pot episode 0.5, which was one of the Sphinx shows.
I didn't know what happened.
I don't remember if the
There was
Sphinx
the
in it.
eggplant thing. There was I'm having a hard time remembering.
I just remember an eggplant like
There
thing.
was the Sphinx in there, just put in there.
Oh, okay.
It was there,
Yeah.
just the picture. Yeah.
Didn't
And then
it
there was
talk-
another Sphinx one that Allie made.
Was there?
I think so, yeah.
And then Maxine put the Sphinx in her MAP part.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about it.
So, Nellepot Christmas special, which was posted on New Year's. Or not even. I think it was like... Yeah, it was New Year's Day.
It was New Year's. Yeah.
I found it surprisingly funny. I really liked the grandma poking was Kokio, I think his name was, like
Yes.
with a cane, just tapping him with a cane, and then she just starts tapping him faster and faster. What,
Yeah.
what is that grandma
Did
doing?
that happen?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things like that happened in the episode, to the
My-
point where it almost got overdone. But yeah,
The family
Go
was
ahead.
pretty funny. So
Yeah, the family is pretty funny. My favorite part was just how excited, I can't even remember his name, but when he's just like spunk, like
with the dad.
Like, yeah,
Lamb is the character.
Okay, yeah, when Lamb was talking with the dad, and like the dad's like, "You got spunk." He was like,
No, he said, "I like your spunk," and he said,
"Oh yeah,
my spunk."
yeah." I got all excited. It was just really funny. It was really funny.
Who did I explain that to? The spunk thing.
Me. Yesterday. Both of us.
Yeah. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna. You know.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah. That I found that particularly. I don't know if funny is quite the word, but yeah, it caught me off guard because, spunk in the Europe is slang for not what it means here.
Yeah.
So it was just like, oh yeah, okay. It's like outdated American slang that means other stuff. You can look that one up if you want. You probably shouldn't.
Now I feel
should.
weird
Yeah.
that I knew the innuendo because you guys didn't know.
Now you got me curious.
You don't. Stuff. So, Food Fight-Ho Fanime did.
It's the best.
I watched it.
I watched it without sound.
It
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
saved Fanime, like legit. If this wasn't out, Fanime wouldn't be saved. Like
It's better. It's better than the movie.
of
It
course.
is. That's a legitimate objective statement. It is better than the movie.
There's a destroy the world button, and he pressed it. That's the part that I remember.
It was
I
like
remember
an
killing
epic
liar.
battle between them, and then like the main character wasn't there, so the someone else replaced them, and then there's just random crunching sounds, and then they have like some epic battle where the rat guy uses a blaster, and then the other guy uses a Mega Man blaster.
Yeah,
They
the Mega
duke it
Man
out.
Blaster. I like the Mega Man
The-
Blaster.
Mega Man blaster wasn't enough though, because the other guy was gonna kill him.
Right then. So, how about Shattered Heaven episode 4?
I liked it.
I enjoyed
I liked
it.
it.
Yes, I did have a few things I wanted to say about it.
Oh.
I like the art and all this. The animation's, good. But what I find a little disorienting is like sometimes I can't tell where the people are. So, just like some advice, I guess, would be like, I think it could use more establishing shots.
Yes,
Like,
Adam
that's-
Tilford, because you are definitely watching this
Yeah.
podcast for a community that you have no part in. Here's some advice. No.
I'm just like, just in case.
But yeah, in general, yes, establishing shots, very good thing to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I really like the voice acting. I
The
think
voice
it's really-
acting's
Oh, yeah,
very
the voice
good.
acting's very good.
They sound very genuine.
Mhm.
That's a pretty big thing in a lot of like Fanimes too, though. Like lack of establishing shots.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it just really disorients. Like what are you supposed to be looking at? Like all this stuff.
Right.
Just,
And it's hard to understand like the setting and the area when you don't know
yeah.
who people are. It's just like, what does the room look like? What am I looking at? Like I don't
Mhm.
understand where people
And
are.
then, sorry, like this isn't like specifically in Shattered Heaven. I'm just like in general, like if you have a sound effect that happens, but like the thing that happens off screen, and then you're like, well, what happened? Like if you don't have an establishing shot to say like, okay, there's a tea kettle on the stove. If you don't have an establishing shot, you're not gonna like know what like that sound is. So
Yeah, exactly. Like if you have establishing shots, it allows for much more successful off-screen action happening, which is
Mhm.
something I think a lot of animes like anyway. But like if there's just an establishing shot, then it's like, oh, okay, he's looking at the person to his right that's talking to him, and it's not like, wait, where is he looking? Who is talking?
Yeah, and
So,
for anyone who might be confused, an establishing shot just is like one shot of the entire situation so that you can see where everything is at in this scene. So it's like just showing the whole scene all in one shot. or just at least most of it, like the important part, like
Yeah, the parts that actually matter. That
so you can tell where
Yeah,
things
it
are in relation to each
establishes
other.
the setting.
Yeah, whereas like a lot of animes, what they'll do is just show the characters in their own shots, and they'll all be in a separate shot, so you don't ever really see where they are in relation to each other, which can get very confusing.
Hmm. Yeah, that's all. That's what I had to say about it.
Yeah.
Notice.
So, Shattered Heaven episode 4. Anyway. Well, I guess yeah, Shattered Heaven episode 4 had more robots than the last episode. I like that there are more
Like
robots.
and they are
action
drawn very
stuff.
well. They look
And
so good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they didn't really do a whole lot motion-wise, but I know, like, Adam even posted a comment about that because someone else pointed it out on the video, and basically his argument was the same as a lot of people's, whereas he's one person doing this with, just in his spare time. So
Yeah.
Right.
it's not realistic to fully animate giant mecha robots fighting each other.
I'm really excited for the next episode though,
In-depth.
just because of like the trailer or whatever they had. Like it made like building up to this episode, like I didn't know really what to expect, but then by the preview that we have for like the next episode, I really want to see the next episode really badly.
I didn't actually see the preview for the next episode, but I would like to see more of the plot unfolding because it kind of feels like, the first part of a movie where the character is still kind of being formed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He's not really
Yeah.
the big mecha hero yet. He's just a guy that's like not even technically a pilot. He just sometimes plays video
And
games or
you're
something, and it's like,
It feels like you're still getting to know everyone in the entire like scene. Like you're not putting everything together just yet.
Right.
Because you don't have enough information to do so.
I mean, I think that's okay because it's still like episode 4. This was
Yeah.
episode 4, but I feel like this is the first time that Adams left it on a really good cliffhanger because, for me personally, at least, like I do watch like Shattered Heaven, but I've never it's like okay, yeah, cool, next episode, but this one, it's like I really want to see what happens next, and this is like the first
Right.
time I've ever felt this for Shattered Heaven.
Same here.
I don't know. On the flip side of that, I felt like it was a bit of an awkward cutoff because
Yeah, I was gonna
it's,
say.
like, we don't really know. I don't know, like, it seemed like he destroyed a robot or maybe a few robots. I couldn't really tell. And then it was just, like, cut. And it was just like, well, are they gonna fight? Or what's gonna happen next? I really don't.
Yeah, I didn't really it could have used some sort of fade out because the way it or transition because the way it just went from the one frame to just immediately the ending, it just caught me really off guard. I was like, what that's
Oh,
Yeah, that's the end.
definitely.
It's just-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
So it's like it's nice that there's a cliffhanger that kind of works, but on the same, I don't know,
But a cliffhanger's kind of risky. Like, you would have to know that you're making the next episode. Like, you're gonna be able
I
to
think
make
he's
it.
definitely making this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Make it-
Yeah,
I mean, this is all
for him,
he has
that's
everything
like-
written already, so
Shattered
I
Heaven
would
had
think-
previously already reached 4 episodes, and he started reanimating it from the beginning.
hmm
Yeah, like I imagine it would come out with another, but like for most Fanimators, I would not recommend a cliffhanger because then if it doesn't come out, everybody will want to know what happens, and then they won't see it, and then JC stars, and then did they die?
no, don't even say anything.
I love cliffhangers though. Like, there's so not many of them. Like,
What I'm gonna say is, by all means, do cliffhangers. Just finish the
Yeah.
next part.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going.
Please.
Yeah, fulfill the
Don't
cliffhanger.
Because really, anything is a cliffhanger when it doesn't continue. Like, if a show just drops off at 4 episodes, even if nothing exciting was going on, like, you still don't know what
Yeah.
happens next.
I'd rather
so.
it end on an exciting cliffhanger than end when nothing happens because they're trying to avoid ending on a cliffhanger.
That also makes it a lot more memorable.
Yeah,
true.
Even if it sucks, like, at least you'll remember it.
yeah.
It'll stick with you. But anyway, Aliens the Show, Episode 1.
Best.
Oh man, I really like the ending.
Tenchi.
Speaking of cliffhangers.
What on do you think you're doing? Best thing ever.
No.
Yes. You know, I would have said that was my favorite episode if I had written it down, because I was just like, oh, I already know what I'm going to say about it. I'm not going to write it down.
You and your notes. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens when you write notes.
Yeah, I remember things. Usually.
My
I
favorite.
really like some of the animation and stuff.
Sorry,
Go
Carly,
ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, me? Oh. My favorite part about the episode was the sound of the UFO in the beginning.
What?
I don't know. It
The UFO.
it kind of
Oh.
the I don't know what is it called in English.
UFO?
Yeah, UFO. It works.
Oh,
Unidentified.
all right. I don't know. I found it really funny for some strange reason. It had just a weird sound, but I liked it. I was like, "Wow, what's this?"
It was just supposed to be like one of those those sounds of just like, you know, it's there, but like, because I made that sound with my mouth, so I made a majority
I
of the
knew
sound
it.
effects. Yeah, a majority of the sound effects were made. The only sound effects that weren't made with our own mouths were was the crash sound, because I could not replicate it well, like, because like the beginning sound of the ship was done with my mouth, and I just kind of like added effects to it and like layered it until I liked it. And then, surprise, surprise, the alarm was actually made through someone's mouth. You would never guess that the
Really?
yeah.
Now I need to listen again.
It's freaking obvious as heck. But yeah,
I don't remember the alarms.
it's literally just Dubu Queen going boop boop boop, and like she has one to where she goes boop, like she says it slightly different than like the rest. And so it's just really obvious, but it is so good.
Well, if I had to choose a favorite part of Aliens the Show, episode 1, it would be Dubu Queen.
I knew it. She re-enters in the Fanime scene.
Mm-hmm.
Marry me. Ghost Club, episode 3.
You skipped Mysteriously Different.
No, I didn't. It's right after Ghost Club, episode 3.
Oh, okay. All right, Ghost Club episode 3. It was good. I liked it so much. I liked Ghost Club. Like, it's been a while. Like, it's been 11 months since the last episode. I mean, that doesn't include like the special they did for Halloween. But like in episode wise, like the last episode was like 11 months ago. So I kind of forgot how it looked, and like Rainey was saying too that like it looks like a little bit different from like the previous episodes.
Yes,
But-
I think the style is slightly. I like it. I think like the eyes seemed more like intricate. Like the basic stuff was still there, but I don't know. I thought it's always cute, so I always love Ghost Club.
I was surprised with the amount of like, maybe just because of like I don't know, my expectations in general, but like I was surprised with the amount of animation. I was just like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of animation, and it's not necessary. I mean, it's like gestures. It's gestures. They're talking. They're saying stuff, and they're doing stuff as they're saying it. It's not just their mouths moving, and I thought that was awesome.
Mm-hmm. I love
Yes.
that stuff, like gestural, like when talking. It's so alive looking when people do it.
Yes.
It did look really nice, but it kind of like, to me, it kind of had like a dating sim feel to it, because it would just be like waist up shot, and then they would kind of stand there a bit, and then they would do one gesture, and then it would cut to
Yeah.
someone else, and then they would do one gesture. Like everyone got one gesture at a time.
I'll never unsee that now.
Oh no.
I guess, but I still really liked it. So.
Not to
like
say
that.
it was bad, by no means. It was like, it was great.
I like the art a lot too.
And it felt very alive.
Mm-hmm.
The art is very like, even though it's so simple, it's very like polished and like, well, some parts weren't, but most of it like it's like very professional looking in a way. I don't know.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was really good. Almost makes me jealous.
Touchy.
No, makes me a little jealous. I was just like looking. I was like, damn, that looks so nice.
Although The one part that doesn't is the audio. Some characters are really quiet, and
yeah, some characters are very quiet, and I had to adjust my speaker the entire, or like the audio levels. I had to adjust them in the entire episode because there were like a character or two that were really quiet, and then there was a character that was like, and all the rest of the characters were a lot louder, and so it was hard to actually watch it without, like, I wouldn't be able to watch it without adjusting the volume, which was kind of a little disappointing.
All right, then. Mysteriously Different, Part 2.
Speaking of audio, too quiet.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that there was audio until Tenchi said that there was, and I turned my speaker up really loud, and I was like, oh, look, there is audio.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble hearing it, to the point that I didn't catch, like, most of the dialogue.
Same.
I didn't catch any of it.
The only thing I could hear was, like, telekinesis, that's all.
I catched most of it, I think.
You catched it.
I
catched. Gotta catch them all.
I liked the little animated, like, dancing bit in the beginning.
It was cute.
I thought it was cool. Like, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, if you've followed I Love Full, which you probably haven't, but she does animate a lot of dancing.
Why didn't she join my map? Damn it! I know who I'm going to if somebody else drops.
But it was kind of hard to follow the narrative. I don't really know what it's about still. I'm pretty sure Part 2, it said at the beginning that it was a flashback. And
Yeah,
it's just kind
it
of
said
like
that.
her discovering that she had some kind of power, I guess.
Well, she has telekinesis.
Right.
Yeah.
Some kind of power.
And then the other guy's like, I want to talk to you. And then she's like, we never talk. This is the longest conversation we've had. And then it's just like, I don't think he's like, I want to talk to you. I think she's like, stop stalking me or something like that. Like, stop following me.
Yeah, so I
don't know, something like that.
would very much like to find out what it's about, but I think it's at a point where we're not necessarily supposed to know yet, so...
Yeah.
Maybe
Though
that's
it is
a
just
mysterious
confusing
factor.
on its own, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to say though that I like the coloring style.
Oh.
Like, you know how in the dancing thing, like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that effect.
The
always
texture
think-
effect?
yeah.
I always think of Chowder whenever I see it, because
Oh, yeah?
Chowder
Yeah.
used it heavily, and I thought it was cool. It's kind of lazy, but it's
I call it the
cool.
Chowder effect.
Chowder
Just
effect.
because of how much Chowder uses it.
Yeah,
And
they
Yeah.
personally, I'm not a big fan of it at all.
Not in something like Chowder, but in something
Right.
like this, like, it's fine. It's more
Yeah.
work than just filling it in.
Right.
Well, yeah, and this I didn't even seem to notice, so I think it was good.
Yeah.
Alright, how about Demon School Episode 3? I did not honestly think it would come out, but it did, just out of nowhere, and...
I found myself laughing a lot. I don't know. I really liked this episode, even though it's like the last one that like it's not going to be made anymore. Isn't that right?
I believe it
Yeah,
was stated that it would be the last episode, but
Okay.
you never know.
Man,
'Cause
I don't
it left
want it
off at
to
a
be.
weird point, like... it wasn't-
Chances are that there won't be, though, because it's not like just animation problems. What I think is like voice actor issues and such.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
More than likely, Len had already started it and just probably finished it because there was so much already done for it. But yeah, it did feel like it just kind of ended at an awkward point, and I really don't know what was going on the whole time. But
Yeah, I was kind of.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
I
Like
mean,
the-
it is Demon
Near
School.
the end, it confused me, but for the most part, the episode I liked it. So
Yeah, not exactly a plot-driven show, so I guess it doesn't really matter if the plot was unclear. So,
Right.
Forest Warriors Episode 2.
Well, I don't want to engore it, so I kind of like this episode, especially relative to the first. It seems to be like going in the direction of magical girl.
Well, it is a magical girl
Yeah,
show.
but
Yeah.
I guess like I can tell which direction it's going now.
See, and only you can prevent forest. It's
You
wildfires.
flubbed it up.
Wow.
No, I tried to say forest fires, but it's wildfires.
I thought it was forest fires too.
I'm pretty sure it's wildfires now, if it wasn't
Well,
already.
yeah. I mean, it makes more sense.
Only
To be
you
wild.
can prevent forest warriors.
Oh no!
No. That sounds about so bad.
What a twist.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Alright, so that is the last of our episodes, assuming I didn't miss any, which I probably did, but I don't care, so someone will say something. No one said anything. So, updates. I always ask this and I never really get much of an answer, but any updates that particularly stood out to you guys for the last 2 weeks?
English subtitles on Purple Twin
Oh
Towers.
yeah.
Good answer. Yes.
Yeah, I'll probably watch them someday.
Someday. Looks off into the distance.
Looks out window.
It's not window.
Looks at wall.
I'm excited. Future agents. Future agents.
Future
Agents, yeah.
Flails everywhere.
So good.
Does look great.
At
I'm
first
so
I
excited.
At first I thought something would be wrong with my computer when the video was all black. I was like, no, why can't I watch it? Then I read all comments. I was like, oh, it's not just me. I'm glad.
Same. I was on my phone on the train. I'm like, no, I lost signal. And then I looked at the comments. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, we were talking about the Future Agents, the movie trailer #1, which released recently, and pretty cool.
I'm excited for it.
Pretty cool.
I've been excited for 4 or 5 years. I don't think I'll ever not be excited for Future Agents.
See, I just recently, since Fanime has basically like come back, I only just then like got to know it. Like when she joined Creative Studio is when I got to know that, and then I got super pumped for it like immediately.
Years. Like just the other day, I went back and watched the old openings and endings, and I know if Pilot ever listens to this, she'll be like, "Oh, why did you do that?" But I love them. Okay, I always love them. Memories. Okay.
Yeah, with the trailer in particular, some of the voices I don't feel like fit too well, but I think it'll probably, like, when I actually watch the part and kind of get used to them being those voices,
Right.
it'll probably kind of go away. But as a first impression, I think some of the voices are a little bit ill-fitting, but that could change over time.
Yeah, it feels
Yeah.
like the one guy who's he blonde, like
Harner?
sounds a lot younger
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
his character.
He sounded like he was like 17 or something.
Yeah.
A lot younger than I was picturing.
Right.
We'll get used to it probably.
Yeah. It won't matter when once it's in within the context of it all.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't think I'll have a problem getting used to it.
Maybe he's just a really old 17-looking
A
17-year-old.
really old 17-year-old.
He just looks old. Like he's still 17.
Yeah, he just
How
did,
long have
he
you
just
been
smoked a lot of
17?
cigarettes. You know, he smoked a lot of cigarettes in his life. So
Cigarettes
I mean,
are, like, supposed to make your voice deeper, though.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says.
Oh, well,
It's not
it also
necessarily
makes it
true,
raspy.
But yeah, they
so...
just make your voice, like, sound more gruff, so that would probably, like, sound more fitting. But
Maybe he
Right.
took drugs.
So his body just drooped to make it look
And Future Agents is just one of his visions. Wow, that would be.
I'm so sorry to whoever voices Karner in Future Agents. Your voice acting is fine. Your voice is fine. It's just a little bit odd to see it coming from Karner
But I'm
at
sure
this
that
point.
these
But
lines
again,
were-
we'll probably get used to it.
Yeah, these lines were probably done a long time ago, though.
Mhm.
That's
It's just
true.
the outdate.
Maybe his voice is now deeper.
Maybe he smoked a lot more cigarettes. Anyway, so how about Cyber Witch? I think that looks pretty cool.
That looks good. Yeah.
I like the
can't
opening
wait.
song.
I have been looking forward to it ever since it was announced several months ago.
Yeah,
Mhm.
same.
And
It does look really good, yeah.
they're still working on the opening, so yep.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
Not sure if I'll understand the plot, to be honest. I'm not very good with plot. But I'll enjoy it regardless.
I don't
like
have
the-
a huge understanding of the plot right now because there hasn't been that much released, but
Right.
it seems like they have these, I guess familiars would be the word. They have these I don't know.
It's
kind of like a-
familiars. That
Well, it's
reminds
like there's a
me of,
computer
like,
user, like
Skyrim, like
a
monsters.
programmer or something, and then they have their cyber dude, which is like their friend or something. I don't know.
It makes sense because it's like cyber witch Rauru, so like familiars, witches, and fantasy, that kind of thing. So I think it
I
makes
think-
sense.
Aren't
In
those
the
like
trailer-
goblins?
No, like familiars are like their cats or something that like
Just like
Or like
anything
their-
that's
their animal friend or whatever.
Oh, just like animal things.
Kinda.
What were you saying, Kiara?
In the trailer, it was shown that she hacked some program or got the key for something. So I think she got into their world accidentally because she maybe thought she hacked something else, or maybe she got into it on purpose. But it's kind of something like that.
Oh, yeah, that is Cyber Witch, isn't it? See, I remember that story, but for some reason I feel like it was for something else. But yeah, like that thing was like, oh, one day there's this hacker and she hacks into something and it turns out to be something else, and then that's where the Cyber Witch comes from or something like that. I did not explain it any better than Kiara just did, but yeah, that's a thing. So
Oh, okay, but guys, what about the Phoenix Tree?
What?
well, I don't really know anything about the Phoenix Tree. There's some hands in the show, and there's this little emblem with a phoenix on it that kind of looks like something that's not an emblem with a phoenix on it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Um,
Well, one thing I have noticed is that there are a lot of casting calls.
Mm,
the
Yeah,
last
there were a
week.
ton.
yeah,
you would be correct.
there's a lot.
Like Grim and Folly, the Belt of Orion, Monster Dito,
I think I was the
Tokyo
most.
Magic Star.
Yeah, that was the one I was most surprised about. Tokyo Magic Star.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something in that video surprised me in particular
Oh,
because Kwai Ouija was saying that she wants Fanime to take over anime.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So, 1 out
Don't
of
think that's
10,
ever
how
gonna happen.
likely do you think that's going to happen? 1 out of 10.
Well, Fanime is a lot cheaper, so if big name companies want to like invest
But
in
then
some
it's not
small time animators to like make an entire show, like just buy me some ramen every week, I'll make you a Fanime.
And I'll go with -5.
Yeah.
That was about my answer, Tenchi, so I agree.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
a lot of
Well,
casting calls.
Sorry, with companies like Trigger existing. Sorry.
but think of the Fanimes.
Think of the Fanime!
I think what surprised me the most about that Tokyo Magic Star casting call, though, was that like some of the two of the characters that are being recast had already been voiced by Maxine at one point.
Oh, true.
Yeah, she
Whereas-
said that she felt like she didn't do them justice.
Yeah. That always strikes me as odd when you like recast one of the characters that had your voice before. Same with
Looks
the Magical Girls School casting.
Yeah.
Why was that weird?
I don't know. It's just like a strange concept to me. Like, this was my voice. Now I'm giving it to someone else, and it's gonna be their voice.
Well, it's to make it sound better, so I don't feel like there's anything weird about it.
There's something I can't explain why it's
like
strange.
it's
to
like
me.
a recasting though. It's
Yeah.
not much different from that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess
Maybe.
that
Well,
time
it is
to
recast.
be but like recasting because you lose a voice actor. Like,
I don't know. I guess I can't imagine doing that myself. Is probably why it's.
I was
strange
about
to
to
me.
say.
yeah, I can't imagine anyone else's voice in Kawaii Schoolgirl.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, that'd be
Won't work.
weird.
It's
I couldn't do it.
one-man
Like,
team.
I feel like my entire, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say image, but like how I feel about Kawaii Schoolgirl and how like the characters, how the characters sound and how the characters portray themselves. If it was voiced by anybody else, it'd be really, really weird.
It would.
I
It would. I
agree.
agree.
It would.
I need
It
to
would.
correct myself. It's the same team as Fanime Update.
Yeah, I love when people refer to Fanime Update like it's an entity. Like
They.
it's just me.
It is only Evan. There is just one.
Mhm.
And that's why it sucks so much.
So hours of time.
Because I get lazy.
It does look like maps are thankfully starting to slow down, like
Yeah.
coming out.
Finally.
But they're still coming out.
They're still coming out, but at least not as like rapidly. I mean, even like Maze of Life. At least Maze of Life only has it's like short and it only has like 8 parts. So
I got really scared for a second when I think Sweet Gigi-sama or someone, I think it was her, opened a thing, and I was like, oh god, how am I gonna announce that in Fanime Update? But then I realized that it was an MEP and not an MAP, so I didn't have to announce it because it was named very provocatively.
see now
Oh.
I'm gonna have to go look and see what you're
Yeah,
talking.
what was it named? I'm curious.
Well, he didn't want to put it there. He probably won't want to say here.
Is
Yeah.
that true, Evan? Hold on. How do you spell her name?
Arenia.
What?
It's fine.
No, I'm curious.
No, just look in the text thing.
Oh, okay.
Is that what it was
Oh.
called?
Oh, okay. Oh, see, when I was planning on making a map, I did kind of want to use one of the words in it.
Oh, what was your
Because-
MAP going to be?
It was going to be, I wanted it to be like people, I wanted it to feature like non-protagonists. Like, so like rivals and antagonists and people that generally would be against the protagonist, like team or whatever, or single protagonist. And I wanted it to be called, like, to have the map be called blank the protagonist.
What
Or
was
blank the
song
hero.
gonna be?
Yeah, what was the song gonna be?
Oh, I was thinking of maybe like Seven Nation Army or something, and I liked it. It was, what the fuck is that even by? I don't know. I have it on my like iPod. I don't know where it came from. It's great.
The irony.
Yeah, the irony just now.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
What?
So Terra
You'll
Luchas had a
realize
big
later.
2015 update.
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
It
I'm
did.
sorry for not noticing.
You should
What
be.
had a big
Terra Luchas.
Yeah,
Oh.
Terra Luchas did.
It was like,
oh,
LOL,
yeah.
look at all this old stuff. Now look at this new stuff.
Well, it was like a progression because it's been 10 years. Like,
Irania's just like, here is your gosh darn 2004 Terra Luchas. Don't leave me alone. It was just. I imagine that's what I imagine she was thinking as she was making it. She was just like, here you go, guys.
everyone still bothers me about it. They want to see it, and I don't know why. It's so bad.
It's fantastic.
But that's why they want to see it.
I'm so glad that I've seen it. That's like
I
one of my
missed it.
greatest achievements in life is
I must
having
have.
had the chance to see 2004 Terra Luchas in full. Like,
You've seen everything Terra Luchas except 2007 or whatever Terra Luchas.
yeah, I don't think I saw the whole of like 2008 or whatever the one was where like the apple tomato thing was rolling.
Yeah,
Kylos
no,
is,
I didn't
like,
post all of it because I had
dramatically looking over the
subtitles.
city.
Yeah. No, subtitles
Looks
are
at
dumb.
city.
Looks at city.
And then there's like blood, and the apple is sad because apples don't like blood.
Probably that apple.
Okay.
So what was the last official word? Terraluchis 2016?
I'm thinking 2016. Like 2015 is not realistic in any way, shape, or form. Like there's so much crap to do still. Even just on scene 6, it's just so much tedious work. And then I have another scene with like 5+ characters in it. So after I finish that, and then there's only one other scene that's like 3 minutes long, and then all the other ones are like 40 seconds or less. So then there's a lot less left to do. Once those 2 like bears are out of the way, then I can move on to things that take. They are bears.
Wait, there are bears? What?
No, no.
Metaphorical bears.
Where?
At first I
see
thought
bears
of
in
beers, and then I
Terraluchis.
thought
No,
of beers.
there's no bears.
Like EYRS.
Yeah, beer.
They all
Beer
come
children.
in and say only you can prevent wildfires.
Or maybe they'll wear hats and fight against evil killer rat things. Badly makes joke.
Please don't.
Looks out window. Wall.
Why is everyone saying that?
There's a wall outside the window, so I'm looking out the window and at the wall.
Like, just the recent Skype calls, I've just been hearing, like, looks at pancreas, looks at hands. I'm like, what is this?
I've noticed like a couple people just saying looks at blank a lot, and I just tell them like stop looking at things.
Stop looking at your pancreas.
They have like a fucking like X-ray machine on their fucking lap, and they're just like,
Maybe they just have their pancreas. There's like,
it's like in a jar
As a
next to the
souvenir.
bed. Yeah, souvenir.
they said looks at pancreas though. Like it doesn't have to be their pancreas. Like maybe they just
Oh, it
have
could
a
be any
pancreas.
pancreas.
That's true.
So, how do you guys feel about angel shoes?
Oh yeah, angel shoes.
Shout
I
out to
was-
angel shoes.
I was very uncomfortable at first, but then I don't know, it grew on me.
Yeah, it grew on me too.
The
Mainly
character
because the
cards
art
on
style
it.
is so cute.
See, at first I thought it was really funny because it's called angel shoes, which is literally like Tenchi Hanka.
Yeah,
So I
that's
thought
the-
I thought that was really funny. I thought that was hilarious, actually.
that
I was just
the
like,
joke.
well, yes, but it's really funny. I think it's really funny.
I thought it was really funny that it was supposed to be like, I don't know, I guess the person making it was just gonna make it and just like not really tell anyone who they were, but everyone
Yeah.
knew immediately who
Everybody
it
knew.
was.
That was like
I
my
didn't
first guess actually. Like, right
It was
away.
mine too.
Yeah, mine too.
Not mine, Arena told me, so.
I
knew it
did.
immediately.
I didn't know like who it could have been, but then like Shayna like told me, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then it was obvious.
Yeah, it was like once Arena told me the name, I was just like, I looked at the face and was like, you know what, you're right. You're right.
But for anyone who doesn't know what Angel Shoes is, basically, these random little character cards started appearing in the Tumblr tag a couple weeks ago, just of like us, pretty much, in like magical forms, and they were gonna make it a thing, and then we were all like, "Yo, hey, what's up? We know it's you." I don't know if it's still happening now, though. I don't honestly know if it's still happening.
They made Kisaka after
I'm gonna
we...
say it's not.
Yeah, they made me for like some reason, like recently. So I don't know.
I gotta say though, like I wasn't really weirded out or anything by it, but probably because I've already been like in a cat suit and
Yeah.
schoolgirl
True.
uniform, so it's
True.
like this is by far like not the worst thing that Evan has been drawn into. So
Oh man.
at this point, I'm just like, You're gonna have to do a lot better than that.
This is
No,
a
please don't.
challenge,
No.
person.
Please don't. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like-
don't do it.
Yeah,
I liked
this
how.
was too much for me.
Yeah, I kind of looked at it. I was just like, "Oh no!" And I immediately
Like,
I looked at like the one for you, Tenchi. I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, that was my reaction. I was like, no, please. And then I think it was Arena who like was like, and Tenchi's just like being eaten by his costume.
Yeah, you did get kind of like turned into the Shota somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tenchi.
Everybody did, but yeah.
What weirded me out most is it actually
Yours
looks
was
like
like 12.
Tenchi.
Yeah.
Who knows what Tenchi looks like? And then we began the hunt.
I thought it weird. I just thought it was weird that like he was like the youngest character, like
Yeah.
12. And I'm just like,
Yeah, that's probably the funny part. Like, we're all like young teens in this, apparently.
The ages aren't even like relatively correct.
I think I might be guilty in explaining how Tenchi and his brother look like, but I didn't want it. But I didn't do it intentionally. She was like,
All your
I wanna
fault.
draw. Jesus. She was like, I wanna draw Fana, but I don't know how they look like. I was like, well, his brother is blonde, I think, and blah 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 blah, and then angel shoes.
Yes.
I like how Evan's curls were drawn.
Yeah. At first I was like, oh, that's weirdly like the quality was like weirdly off, but then I look closely out, oh, that's just curls.
Yeah, it's like fro curls though. I think that's
Yeah,
what threw me
yeah.
out.
So I feel like I'm the only one that actually wants to see this.
If there can be
Like,
like
if this came out, I would be totally okay with it.
I'd be
I'm
like,
okay with it now, but
You're not
at
in
first,
it, though.
They said they put me in it. I want to see my character.
I
sure.
don't think you've been
to
drawn
everyone.
yet.
I don't have one yet, but that's why I want it to be a thing so I can see.
I wanna see who the enemy is. I'm very curious.
Oh,
about
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be the villain. I'm okay
No.
with this.
Well, no, the villain is gonna have to be our villain.
Oh,
it's
What's
like
our
it's like
villain?
anime
Our-
producers.
So it would be like Macromedia Flash or something.
oh god!
Like crashing.
Paint and Flash and Movie Maker.
Yeah, just like them crashing
No.
or something.
Our enemy will be the Fanime convention.
Oh yeah, because
Fanime
because
Fanime Con.
I don't know. See, I was thinking of like the enemy would be like actual like anime like studios. So it'd be like Gainax and or is Gainax is one, right, guys?
Those aren't like our
QANE.
enemies, though. Like,
Yeah, that's
they
more
aren't
like just,
trying to kill us.
it's more like a rival, I guess. if
Yeah, I guess it
anything,
would
but
be a
that's,
rival.
That's
That's
not
like
even
the
rival.
older brother
that's-
that's better at everything, and just like
yeah.
like isn't even
Oh,
involved in the
shit.
story kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, so it's been like just about an hour. We haven't really talked about too many updates. Is there anything that you guys would like to like call out? The last minute deal.
The cat is an eyewitness. I like the art a lot. I really do. And I think it's going to be interesting, so can't wait for that.
I thought the art looked very looked pretty cool. I thought the funny thing is, I mean, maybe it's just me. I mean, I like the art for like that Salmon Fan does, but like
Mhm.
I thought it was funny that when I look at the cat, it looks like they took the cat and they kind of like flattened it on one side, so it kind of gives it a 3D appeal. Like, you know what I
it
mean?
looks like it's skewed.
Yeah. it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, I
And
know
so
what you mean.
So I'm just like, huh, look at that. But I don't know.
Yeah, one
I
thing I noticed is how many Fanime Salmon Fan is doing.
Yeah.
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 Just
So
two.
many.
Spooky Noodles, this
so
thing, and then like that other
another
like
one.
She's not
opening.
actually making Scarlet Kiss. Like,
No,
Really?
not Scarlet Kiss. Isn't there like a magical girl one
I don't
that
think
they
so.
were making? Or is that someone else?
Scarlet Kiss already has like an opening and an ending, though, right?
Yeah, but it's not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be like an episode. That was something that they had made a long time ago, and it was amazing. You should go watch it. It's still on nicovideo.jp. Go find that and watch it. You'll love it. But they're not actually continuing that series,
I see.
as far as I know. So next
I
Project
can't
Unknown part has been like in development for a while, but it's like I think last I heard was 60%. Probably
Whoa.
more by
Really?
now.
Last I heard it was
Whoa.
50. Dang.
She works so fast.
Well, you're not in the official Project Unknown Skype group, so
Well,
Oh.
then.
get the exclusive updates. But
You and all the exclusive clubs.
in every single Skype group ever, basically. Let me see. Yeah, 66 to 100%. It says so. That's
I'm so excited.
Wow.
yeah. It's definitely like slowed down release a lot since Cassie started going to college, but
Right.
Makes
I'm
sense.
still very much looking forward to it, and it's still coming out relatively quickly for Fanime, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it really
Fucking
is.
hell.
Yeah.
and especially after the bomb that was dropped in the last part,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't wait to see what happens next.
I like what you did there.
I thought it was clever.
You're so punny, Evan.
No, I'm just clever. Go
Um,
watch it, you'll
And
know
she's
what I'm
the
talking
funny
about.
one.
I did
Yeah, I was
watch
trying to say
it. I
something.
know what you're talking about.
Everyone who's watching this, who may not have watched it, Kiara's trying to say something.
there's one thing I'm actually. I hope it's coming back. Nightmare Sands by
Oh.
how is her name pronounced? The Illustrations. She was once in the Fanime community, but she was long gone, and then she kinda got back and did a poster of it and stuff, and it looked very pretty back then, and it still looks pretty today. So I think she made a game out of it. I'm not so sure, but it looks really promising, and I hope she's doing something with it.
Deus Marionette.
Yes, exactly.
I love her. I've been
Me too.
Oh my god. I love
When
her.
I phoned her back, I screamed, literally. Yeah.
Oh man, John Fan is back.
What?
John Fanime 91XCX is back in the Fanime community,
He is indeed
Yep.
back.
He's back.
just
Pretty
like
back, all right.
Pack.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Pack is back. I'm so sad that I wasn't here for the podcast talking about Pack is back episode 2.
Well, you always talk about old stuff anyway, so what do you got to say about Pack is back? Bring it on. We're
It's-
like 5 minutes overtime.
I am so excited for this Fanime. Episode 2 was by far like it is the best episode out of that series, and I'm wondering if they're gonna be
Out
able
of
to
the
keep
whole
hype
2
up.
episode series.
The
it's
whole
best.
2 episodes. Yep, the second episode out of the whole series, the whole 2 episode series. That is by far the best, and I'm wondering if they're gonna be able to keep that hype, keep my hype. Yep. It was good. There's actually a lot of good stuff, but there's just so much that released in like the past month that I haven't been in the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Sobs, work.
Well, that would wrap things up, right? Unless anyone has something to say.
Yeah, there are a lot of updates, but not really ones that we can talk about. So we've pretty much discussed everything that has stuff to discuss.
We can talk about the weather and do a forecast for every Fanimator. It's cold.
Oh, there's another thing with weather in it.
What is
What?
it?
Oh, wasn't that Magic Heart? The weather is like
No, the
It's
Magic
cold.
Heart magazine was like, it will be cold, but the person that made a Fanime based off of the Magic Heart Fanime also made like a news series of videos on YouTube.
Oh no!
This is like OG Fanime update back in the day, but they only did 3 episodes. But they had a weather guy and says, "How is the weather? It will be fine." Or no, I think it was like the weather is fine was the exact quote of it.
The weather is fine. What defines fine?
Just fine. That's all you need to know. It's feeling
It's
all right.
fine.
It's feeling fine.
Yeah.
Been pretty mild.
Pretty stormy, alright, that's fine.
The Magic Sisters was such a great fan of me. Bring it back. Bring back that news show. Like, they had a cast and everything. He's like, and now for our, like, what was the guy? It was like, now for our, I don't know, we'll just say weatherman, even though I don't think it was a weatherman. He's like, now for our weatherman who's also hot or something. And I'm just like, whoa. Whoa there. Got a little bit of tension in the newsroom, but.
Sexual.
It's great. You should all watch it. I don't remember what it's called. It's just like news. And there's like half of it is just a trailer for the next Harry Potter movie.
What?
Oh.
What?
I feel like I do remember some fanmate saying something about Harry Potter, actually, but not gonna go there.
But yeah, on that note, Harry Potter. Watch that. I guess.
But you know what everybody else should also watch?
What?
What?
Is that we're gonna end the podcast? Just like,
Um,
keep talking about.
Hello?
what should we watch? Oh no! What should we watch?
We will never know.
No. You can't just do that.
Internet, come back.
What are we gonna watch? What should we watch? This is worse than when Melty dropped.
You know, it's like, you know what they say.
Oh no!
We never found out.
What?
Well, I guess we know what to watch. I guess she was telling us.
But is the hamburger cooked?
Shut up, Evan.
Sorry, Vriska. Please don't leave.
Oh.
I don't know if she's coming back.
Oh no.
No.
She's gone.
She's gone.
No.
Cries
She's
with
Aka's last
Locke.
words.
Except tears.
What was the? Oh yeah, Locke X Illuna. Let's talk about
Yeah.
that. Let's talk about Locke X Illuna.
No.
Yeah,
Your
we should.
OTP.
Hey, what should we watch?
What should we watch?
Yeah, well, what do we
Yeah.
watch, man? Well,
Hello?
what do we watch?
What
Tell
should
us
we
What
watch?
should we watch?
Oh,
What
you guys should watch Gilderland Mew Mew by Eternal Ashley.
You should also watch Eternal Negima. You should also watch Tokyo Magic Star, and we should also talk about Lenrin Twin. Okay, that's all for now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
and Tokyo Crystal Mew.